still holds a little of last night. I turn the pole until the thing stands true. The tabletop takes the shade in one long sweep, and everything past the railing turns to blue. 2 cups, 1 spoon, a saucer for the stone. Whatever else there was I left at home. The water starts its counting without me. So let the day arrive across the bay. It never asked permission on its way. The sails go out, the church bell keeps its time, and I have nothing scheduled but the shine. Open it wide, let the shade run long. We'll sit inside the shape it draws. This is the hour that wants nothing from us. A boy goes by with bread beneath his arm. The baker's door stays open to the heat. Somebody's radio is halfway through a tune, and the tune agrees with everything it meets. The ice has already begun to give. The glass is drawing circles on the wood. I let it draw them, that's the whole of it. So let the day arrive across the bay. It does the same thing every summer day. The sails go out, the harbor keeps its time, and all I own this hour is the shine. Open it wide, let the shade run long. We'll stay inside the shape it draws. This is the hour that wants nothing from us. The pole leans over as the sun climbs on. I turn it back a quarter, that's the work. The shadow finds the far edge of the table and settles like it planned it from the start. Nothing here has anywhere to be. The sea repeats and never sounds rehearsed. I could stay until the shade runs out. Turn it, hold it, let the light stay kind. We measure summer by the shade we find. And when they ask me how the morning went, I'll say we opened up the parasol, and everything came easy after that. The light comes from below. It finds the gaps and throws them back at us. Every board has learned the shape of feet and gives a little where the summer's pressed. I count the boats without deciding why. The ropes are doing all the necessary work. Nobody out here is in a hurry. Walk the jetty out to where it ends. The water writes and rewrites what it says. There's a bench that no one ever claims, and a breeze that comes in sideways off the bay. Sit a while, the tide will do the rest. It has been practicing all year. There's nothing here that needs improving. A rope goes tight, then slackens off again. A small boat argues gently with its knot. The glint comes up between 2 waves. weathered boards and lands beneath my chin, then it is gone. Somebody paints a hull the color of the sky and stops to look at what the sky is doing. Fair enough, I would have stopped there too. Walk the jetty out to where it ends. The water keeps revising what it says. There's a bench that no one ever claims, and a wind that comes in sideways off the bay. Stay a while, the tide will do the rest. It has been practicing all year. There's nothing out here asking to be fixed. They took at noon, though noon is hours off and in no rush. I put my hand flat down to feel the grain, and the grain has salt worked all the way inside. The gap between two boards is thin as thread, and still the whole bright bay comes climbing through small openings. That's how the light gets in. Out and back, the boards keep every count. We walk it slow because there is no doubt. And if you ask me where the morning stayed, it stayed out on the jetty in the glint, and it will still be there when we come back. Put something down and walked away. A length of wood turned pale as an old page. It came from somewhere none of us can name, and it has finished every argument it had. The grain lies open salt inside the seams. The sun is drawing all of it back out. By afternoon it will be light as paper. Let it dry, the day has time for that. The sea gives back the things it doesn't want, and what it leaves is smoother than before, worn down to only what it needed most. Let it dry, we're doing much the same, sitting where the heat can reach us through. Nobody here is trying to hold shape. A gull inspects it, finds it isn't food, and leaves the way that gulls leave all at once. The bleach along the edge is nearly white. The underside is dark and still a little damp. I turn it over with the side of my shoe, because that is the sort of work this morning wants. Then I sit back down and let it be. Let it dry, the day has room for that. The sea returns the things it cannot use, and what it leaves is kinder than before. Sand it down to only what it kept. Let it dry, we're doing much the same, sitting where is holding to a shape. Pale gold running lengthwise through the wood. Somebody's child decides it is a boat and sails it half a meter, then forgets. The tide will come and take it back tonight and put it somewhere else along the coast. That seems a decent way to spend a life. Pale and light, it rests against the stone, worn to what it is and nothing more. And if you ask me what the morning taught, it taught me from a piece of driftwood that the sea takes off whatever isn't needed. Pulled itself back down the beach and left one line to show how far it came. Dark on one side, dry and pale beyond it, a border drawn by nobody in charge. Small things cut along it in a row, a shell, a stem, a scrap of rope, a stone. Everything the sea decided not to keep. Walk the line and see what it collected. It changes twice a day and doesn't mind. Nothing on it thinks that it was chosen, and nothing on it thinks that it was left. Walk the line, it goes the whole way round, past the rocks and back around the point. There is no wrong direction on a shore. A furrow where a keel came in at dawn, already softening, already less. The sand between the marks is smooth as cloth and takes a footprint like it takes the rain. I put mine down beside a small bird's once, then step back so the pattern stays legible. Someone else will read it in an hour. Walk the line and see what it collected. It turns itself over twice a day. Nothing on it thinks that it was chosen, and nothing on it thinks that it was past. Walk the line, it goes the whole way round, past the rocks and back along the point. There is no wrong direction on a shore. By noon the whole thing will have moved again, higher up or gone entirely smooth. Whatever's on it now will be somewhere else, sorted differently, arranged by other hands. I take one shell and put it in my pocket, and leave the rest exactly where it lay. The sea has better filing than I do. Dark below and dry above, and that's the whole of it. One clean mark across the morning beach. And if you wanna know how far it came, just read it off the tide line in the sand. It writes it new for anyone who looks. Tests the paving with one paw and finds the square that took the most of the sun. Not the shaded stone beside the wall, not the one the fountain keeps too cool. He turns a half turn, then a half turn more, and puts his whole long side against the heat. That is the entire plan for the morning. Stretch out where the stone has kept it. There is enough for everybody here. The pale gold squares hold yesterday's noon, and give it back to anyone who lies down. Stretch out, the day is not in any rush. The wall will hold the shade until it's wanted. Nobody's keeping score of this. A flank goes flatter than a flank should go. One ear stays up in case the world reports. The tail moves once, decides it isn't needed, and lies down like a rope, let off a cleat. I bring my chair around to where he is, because he has clearly worked this out for us. He does not look up, he has no reason to. Stretch out where the stone has kept it. There is plenty here for everyone. The pale gold squares hold yesterday's noon, and hand it back to anyone who stays. Stretch out, the day is not in any rush. The wall will hold the shade until we need it. Nobody's keeping score of this. The sun moves on, the warm square moves as well. He follows it exactly one square west. No hurry in it, and no complaint at all. Just the small administration of the heat. I move my chair the same small distance too, and neither of us mentions that we did. The morning runs on this arrangement. Choose the warm one, lie down on your side. The day will do the rest of it for you. And if you wanna know the whole technique, it's finding which limestone kept the sun, and staying there as long as it will last. changes mine. The sail goes over, then it holds again. The sound arrives a good few seconds later. A small flat clap that nobody applauds. Distance does that, keeps the two apart. The seeing and the hearing come unstuck. I like the gap, I sit inside the gap. Let it turn, we'll hear about it soon. The bay is wide enough to hold the weight. Nothing out there needs us to react. It went about its business either way. Let it turn, and then let it come back. The same white shape returning on the tack. The morning has no other appointments. Two more of them are working up the coast. Their angles change together, then apart. A ferry crosses low behind them all and pulls a line of white along the blue. Somebody's counting them out loud downstairs and gets it wrong and starts the count again. Nobody at this table minds at all. Let it turn, we'll hear about it late. The bay is wide enough to hold the weight. Nothing out there needs us to react. It went about its business anyway. Let it turn, and then let it come around. The same white shape returning on the tack. The morning has no other appointments. The wind gets up a little after 10, and all the white shapes lean the same new way. Like something told them all at once out there, and none of them needed telling twice. My coffee's cold, I hadn't noticed that. I hadn't noticed anything but them. That is what the morning was for. Watch it lean, then hear it half a breath behind. The sea keeps time in its own generous way. And if you ask me what I did today, I watched a mast go over far from here, and let the sound of it arrive whenever. There's grit inside my shoes from the beach path. It works its way beneath the rope, sole heel. I could sit down on the step and shake it out, or I could climb the stairs and let it stay. The stone is cool against the side of town. The whitewash keeps the worst of it away. I take the second option every time. Up the steps and past the blue is washing out on every second line. The sea keeps showing up between the walls, a bright blue slice, and then the wall again. Up the steps, there's no one in a rush. The whole street is having its coffee too. The morning is quite widely agreed upon. A cat has claimed the top of a third flight and does not intend to move for anybody. Somebody's grandmother says something short, and the word goes past me with the smell of soap. I answer with the two words that I have, and she laughs, and that is that, and I go on. The grid is still exactly where it was. Up the steps and past the blue shut doors, the washing lives on every second line. The sea keeps turning up between the walls, a bright blue slice, and then the wall again. Up the steps, there's no one in a rush. The whole street is having its coffee too. The morning is quite widely agreed upon. At the top there is a bench and half a view. The harbor laid out flat and doing well. I take one shoe off, tip it, put it back, and about a spoon of beach goes down the hill. It will be back in there by afternoon, because that is the arrangement we have got. I'm not going to win that one, and don't want to climb it slow. The town will wait for that. There is a bench with half a bay on it, and if you find the sand still traveling, it came up here inside my espadrilles, and it is welcome to the ride each day. The chair remembers everyone who sat in a lattice pressed politely down the back. You stand up and you carry it around, a woven map of an unhurried hour. The waiter knows the chairs do this and smiles. He has the same one printed on his arm. Nobody in this town is hiding it. 2 cups down, and neither of them rushed. The second one arrives without a word. The weave leans back the way that weave will lean, and holds you at exactly the right angle. 2 cups down, and half the day to go. The sea is doing all the necessary work. We are contributing the sitting. The table wobbles, someone folds a card, and it has wobbled less since 1990. The ashtray holds a stone instead of ash, and And the stone was chosen well, and it stays put. The dog goes underneath and out the other side, on business clearly urgent, clearly his. Then quiet again, then the spoon, then nothing. 2 cups down, and neither of them rushed. The second one arrives without a word. The weave leans back the way that weave will lean, and holds you at exactly the right angle. 2 cups down, and half the day to go. The sea is doing all the heavy work. We are contributing the sitting. The sun comes round the corner of the awning and finds the table, and the table doesn't mind. I move the glass an inch to keep it dark, and that is the last decision for a while. Somewhere a chair leg scrapes and stops again. Somebody has found the angle that they want. Everybody here is doing the same thing. Lean back into it, the weave will take the weight. An hour goes by and no one calls it lost. And if you stand up with the whole design, the Rattan has just signed the morning off, and you can wear it to the beach all day. It comes up thin and white across the sand, and stops exactly where it always stops. Then it thinks better of the whole idea, and goes back down and takes the shine with it. What's left behind is fizzing in the grain, 1,000 small things opening at once. And then the sand is dry, and then it isn't. Watch it go, it will be back in 8. Whatever it forgot, it will bring twice. Nothing on this beach is being kept, and nothing on this beach is being lost. Watch it go, and count if you like counting, or don't, and let the counting go as well. It runs the same either way. A child stands right along the sinking edge, and lets it take the sand from underfoot. That small collapse, the best trick of the summer, discovered new by somebody each year. The mother doesn't look up from her book. She has already seen how this one ends. The sea can be trusted with this part. Watch it go, it will be back in 8. Whatever it forgot, it brings around again. Nothing on this beach is being kept, and nothing on this beach beach is being missed. Watch it go and count it if you like, or don't and let the counting go as well. It runs the same either way. The tide is turning somewhere out of sight. The line will start to climb the beach at noon. For now it stays and does its small arithmetic. White then nothing, white then nothing again. I have been watching this for half an hour and could not tell you one thing that occurred. That is the highest praise I have. Up and back again. The beach keeps none of it and takes no note. And if you ask me what the morning held, it held a white line sinking into foam, and then it held the next one after that. Somebody rows out past the harbor wall, and every stroke arrives a beat behind. You hear the catch, and then the small release, and then the water putting itself back. It gets quieter by a little each time, not because he tires, but because he goes. The morning hands him over to the bay. Row it out, we'll hear you for a while. The sound comes flat across the water here, and when it bends to nothing, we'll assume that you got where you were going, more or less. Row it out, the day is holding steady. The parasol is holding up its end. We'll still be sitting here when you come back. The wake goes wide and finds the harbor steps, and slaps them twice politely and is done. A moored boat lifts and settles on the swell, the way a sleeping thing accepts the news. The bell buoy says one word out past the point, and then declines to say another one. Everything is speaking at its own pace. Row it out, we'll hear you for a while. The sound comes flat across the water here, and when it thins away to almost nothing, we'll take it that you got there, more or less. Row it out, the day is holding steady. The parasol is holding up its end. We'll still be sitting here when you come in. The cat has moved again, 2 squares along. The ice is water and the glass is warm. Not nothing much has happened since we sat, and that was rather the intention here. The sails are further out than they were at 9. The day has done its traveling for us. We only had to keep our seats further out and quieter and gone. The bay takes every sound and lets it in. And if you ask what stayed with me the longest, it was the sound of one oar going out, until the water put it all away. The canvas still holds a little of last night. I turn the pole until the thing stands true. The tabletop takes the shade in one long sweep, and everything past the railing turns to blue. 2 cups, 1 spoon, a saucer for the stone. Whatever else there was, I left at home. The water starts its counting without me. So let the day arrive across the bay. It never asks permission on its way. The sails go out, the church bell keeps its time, and I have nothing scheduled but the shine. Open it wide, let the shade run long. We'll sit inside the shape it draws. This is the hour that wants nothing from us. A boy goes by with bread beneath his arm. The baker's door stays open to the heat. Somebody's radio is halfway through a tune, and the tune agrees with everything it meets. The ice has already begun to give. The glass is drawing circles on the wood. I let it draw them. That's the whole of it. So let the day arrive across the bay. It does the same thing every summer day. The sails go out, the harbor keeps its time, and all I own this hour is the shine. Open it wide, let the shade run long. We'll stay inside the shape it draws. This is the hour that wants nothing from us. The pole leans over as the sun climbs on. I turn it back a quarter, that's the work. The shadow finds the far edge of the table and settles like it planned it from the start. Nothing here has anywhere to be. The sea repeats and never sounds rehearsed. I could stay until the shade runs out. Turn it, hold it, let the light stay kind. We measure summer by the shade we find. And when they ask me how the morning parasol, and everything came easy after that. Down on the planks the light comes from below. It finds the gaps and throws them back at us. Every board has learned the shape of feet and gives a little where the summer's pressed. I count the boats without deciding why. The ropes are doing all the necessary work. Nobody out here is in a hurry. Walk the jetty out to where it ends. The water writes and rewrites what it says. There's a bench that no one ever claims, and a breeze that comes in sideways off the bay. Sit a while, the tide will do the rest. It has been practicing all year. There's nothing here that needs improving. A rope goes tight, then slackens off again. A small boat argues gently with its knot. The glint comes up between two weathered boards and lands beneath my chin. Then it is gone. Somebody paints a hull the color of the sky and stops to look at what the sky is doing. Fair enough, I would have stopped there too. Walk the jetty out to where it ends. The water keeps revising what it says. There's a bench that no one ever claims, and a wind that comes in sideways off the bay. Stay a while, the tide will do the rest. It has been practicing all year. There's nothing out here asking to be fixed. At noon, though noon is hours off and in no rush, I put my hand flat down to feel the grain, and the grain is salt worked all the way inside. The gap between two boards is thin as thread, and still the whole bright bay comes climbing through small openings. That's how the light gets in. Out and back, the boards keep every count. We walk it slow because there is no doubt. And if you ask me where the morning stayed, it stayed out on the jetty in the glint, and it will still be there when we come back. The grain lies open, salt inside the seams. The sun is drawing all of it back out. By afternoon, it will be light as paper. Let it dry, the day has time for that. The sea gives back the things it doesn't want, and what it leaves is smoother than before. Worn down to only what it needed most. Let it dry, we're doing much the same, sitting where the heat can reach us through. Nobody here is trying to hold shape. A gull inspects it, finds it isn't food, and leaves the way that gulls leave all at once. The bleach along the edge is nearly white. The underside is dark and still a little damp. I turn it over with the side of my shoe, because that is the sort of work this morning wants. Then I sit back down and let it be. Let it dry, the day has room for that. The sea returns the things it cannot use, and what it leaves is kinder than before. Sand it down to only what it kept. Let it dry, we're doing much the same, sitting where the heat can find us through. Nobody here is holding to a shape. Through the wood, somebody's child decides it is a boat and sails it half a meter, then forgets. The tide will come and take it back tonight and put it somewhere else along the coast. Seems a decent way to spend a life. Pale and light, it rests against the stone, worn to what it is and nothing more. And if you ask me what the morning taught, it taught me from a piece of driftwood that the sea takes off whatever isn't needed. Pulled itself back down the beach and left one line to show how far it came. Dark on one side, dry and pale beyond it, a border drawn by nobody in charge. Small things caught along it in a row, a shell, a stem, a scrap of rope, a stone. Everything the the sea, decided not to keep. Walk the line and see what it collected. It changes twice a day and doesn't mind. Nothing on it thinks that it was chosen, and nothing on it thinks that it was left. Walk the line, it goes the whole way around, past the rocks and back around the point. There is no wrong direction on a shore. A furrow where a keel came in at dawn, already softening, already less. The sand between the marks is smooth as cloth, and takes a footprint like it takes the rain. I put mine down beside a small bird's once, then step back so the pattern stays legible. Someone else will read it in an hour. Walk the line and see what it collected. It turns itself over twice a day. Nothing on it thinks that it was chosen, and nothing on it thinks that it was past. Walk the line, it goes the whole way around, past the rocks and back along the point. There is no wrong direction on a shore. Again, higher up or gone entirely smooth. Whatever's on it now will be somewhere else, sorted differently, arranged by other hands. I take one shell and put it in my pocket, and leave the rest exactly where it lay. The sea has better filing than I do. Dark below and dry above, and that's the whole of it. One clean mark across a morning beach. And if you wanna know how far it came, just read it off the tide line in the sand. It writes it new for anyone who looks. The paving with one paw, and finds the square that took the most of the sun. Not the shaded stone beside the wall, not the one the fountain keeps too cool. He turns a half turn and a half turn more, and puts his whole long side against the heat. That is the entire plan for the morning. Stretch out where the stone has kept it. There is enough for everybody here. The pale gold squares hold yesterday's noon, and give it back to anyone who lies down. Stretch out, the day is not in any rush. The wall will hold the shade and Nobody's keeping score of this. A flank goes flatter than a flank should go. One ear stays up in case the world reports. The tail moves once, decides it isn't needed, and lies down like a rope let off a cleat. I bring my chair around to where he is, because he has clearly worked this out for us. He does not look up, he has no reason to stretch out where the stone has kept it. There is plenty here for everyone. The pale gold squares hold yesterday's noon and hand it back to anyone who stays. Stretch out, but day is not in any rush. The wall will hold the shade until we need it. Nobody's keeping score of this. It exactly one square west. No hurry in it and no complaint at all. Just the small administration of the heat. I move my chair the same small distance too, and neither of us mentions that we did. The morning runs on this arrangement. Choose the warm one, lie down on your side. The day will do the rest of it for you. And if you wanna know the whole technique, it's finding which limestone kept the sun and staying there as long as it will last. Changes mind. The sail goes over, then it holds again. The sound arrives a good few seconds later. A small flat clap that nobody applauds. Distance does that, keeps the two apart. The seeing and the hearing come unstuck. I like the gap, I sit inside the gap. Let it turn, we'll hear about it soon. The bay is wide enough to hold the weight. Nothing out there needs us to react. It went about its business either way. Let it turn and then let it come back. The same white shape returning on the tack. No other appointments. Two more of them are working up the coast. Their angles change together then apart. A ferry crosses low behind them all and pulls a line of white along the blue. Somebody's counting them out loud downstairs and gets it wrong and starts the count again. Nobody at this table minds at all. Let it turn, we'll hear about it later. to hold the weight. Nothing out there needs us to react. It went about its business anyway. Let it turn and then let it come around. The same white shape returning on the tack. The morning has no other appointments. Gets up a little after 10, and all the white shapes lean the same new way, like something told them all at once out there, and none of them needed telling twice. My coffee's cold, I hadn't noticed that. I hadn't noticed anything but them. That is what the morning was for. Watch it lean, then hear it half a breath behind. The sea keeps time in its own generous way. And if you ask me what I did today, I watched a mast go over far from here, and let the sound of it arrive whenever. There's grit inside my shoes from the beach path. It works its way beneath the rope's old heel. I could sit down on the step and shake it out, or I could climb the stairs and let it stay. The stone is cool against the side of town. The whitewash keeps the worst of it away. I take the second option every time. Up the steps and past the blue shut doors. There's washing out on every second line. The sea keeps showing up between the walls. A bright blue slice, and then the wall again. The steps, there's no one in a rush. The whole street is having its coffee too. The morning is quite widely agreed upon. A cat has claimed the top of the third flight and does not intend to move for anybody. Somebody's grandmother says something short, and the word goes past me with the smell of soap. I answer with the two words that I have, and she laughs, and that is that. And I go on. The grid is still exactly where it was. The steps and past the blue shut doors. The washing lifts on every second line. The sea keeps turning up between the walls. A bright blue slice, and then the wall again. Up the steps, there's no one in a rush. The whole street is having its coffee too. Is quite widely agreed upon. top there is a bench and half a view. The harbor laid out flat and doing well. I take one shoe off, tip it, put it back, and about a spoon of beach goes down the hill. It will be back in there by afternoon, because that is the arrangement we have got. I'm not going to win that one, and don't want to. Climb it slow, the town will wait for that. There is a bench with half a bay on it, and if you find the sand still traveling, it came up here inside my espadrilles, and it is welcome to the ride each day. Everyone who sat in a lattice pressed politely down the back. You stand up and you carry it around, a woven map of an unhurried hour. The waiter knows the chairs do this and smiles. He has the same one printed on his arm. Nobody in this town is hiding it. 2 cups down and neither of them rushed. The second one arrives without a word. The weave leans back the way that weave will lean, and hold you at exactly the right angle. 2 cups down and half the day to go. The sea is doing all the necessary work. We are contributing the sitting. The table wobbles, someone folds a card, and it has wobbled less since 1990. The ashtray holds a stone instead of ash, and the stone was chosen well, and it stays put. A dog goes underneath and out the other side, on business, clearly urgent, clearly his. Then quiet again, then the spoon, then nothing. 2 cups down and neither of them rushed. The second one arrives without a word. The weave leans back the way that weave will lean, and holds you at exactly the right angle. 2 cups down and half the day to go. The sea is doing all the heavy work. We are contributing the sitting. The sun comes round the corner of the awning and finds the table, and the table doesn't mind. I move the glass an inch to keep it dark, and that is the last decision for a while. Somewhere a chair leg scrapes and stops again. Somebody has found the angle that they want. Everybody here is doing the same thing. Lean back into it, the weave will take the weight. An hour goes by and no one calls calls it lost. And if you stand up with the whole design, the Rattan has just signed the morning off. And you can wear it to the beach all day. It comes up thin and white across the sand, and stops exactly where it always stops. Then it thinks better of the whole idea and goes back down, and takes the shine with it. What's left behind is fizzing in the grain, 1,000 small things opening at once, and then the sand is dry, and then it isn't. Watch it go, it will be back in 8. Whatever it forgot, it will bring twice. Nothing on this beach is being kept, and nothing on this beach is being lost. Watch it go and count if you like counting, or don't and let the counting go as well. It runs the same either way. A child stands right along the sinking edge and lets it take the sand from underfoot. That small collapse, the best trick of the summer, discovered new by somebody each year. The mother doesn't look up from her book. She has already seen how this one ends. The sea can be trusted with this part. Watch it go, it will be back in 8. Whatever it forgot, it brings around again. Nothing on this beach is being kept, and nothing on this beach is being missed. Watch it go and count it if you like, or don't and let the counting go as well. It runs the same either way. The tide is turning somewhere out of sight. The line will start to climb the beach at noon. For now it stays and does its small arithmetic. White, then nothing, white, then nothing again. I have been watching this for half an hour, and could not tell you one thing that occurred. That is the highest praise I have. Up and back and up and back again. The beach keeps none of it and takes no note. And if you ask me what the morning held, it held a white line sinking into foam, and then it held the next one after that. Somebody rows out past the harbor wall, and every stroke arrives a beat behind. You hear the catch, and then the small release, and then the water putting itself back. It gets quieter by a little each time, not because he tires, but because he goes. The morning hands him over to the bay. the day is holding steady. The parasol is holding up its end. We'll still be sitting here when you come back. The wake goes wide and finds the harbor steps, and slaps them twice politely and is done. A moored boat lifts and settles on the swell, the way a sleeping thing accepts the news. The bell buoy says one word out past the point, and then declines to say another one. Everything is speaking at its own pace. Row it out, we'll hear you for a while. The sound comes flat across the water here, and when it bends away to almost nothing, we'll take it that you got there, more or less. Row it out, the day is holding steady. The parasol is holding up its end. We'll still be sitting here when you come in. Has moved again 2 squares along. The ice is water and the glass is warm. Nothing much has happened since we sat, and that was rather the intention here. The sails are further out than they were at 9. The day has done its traveling for us. We only had to keep our seats. Further out and quieter and gone, the bay takes every sound and lets it bend. And if you ask what stayed with me the longest, it was the sound of one oar going out, until the water put it all